For many years now, I've been observing the 4th of July with my flag burning commentaries. This year, I'd like to do something a little different. Sure, I know that the American Revolution served mostly white male property owners, and I'm aware that it promoted the continued enslavement of African American families for another 90 years, and allowed for the continued terrorizing of those folks for generations after, while still continuing to systemically discriminate against them right up to this moment. And I'm aware the revolution took place while the citizens of this new country were engaged in systematically destroying scores of the neighboring Native American nations, and gradually expanded that behavior to other nations and other peoples on the continent and around the world. I'm also cognizant that women in this country, like women most of the world over, had almost no power over their bodies or their children or their lives at the time of its founding. But I'm not burning a flag this year because the lighter won't work. That's not why I'm not burning it. But I'm not burning it because I want to keep our focus on other issues that must be dealt with. While I'm not particularly into burning the flag today, though, I do support, under the First Amendment, anyone else's right to do it. People didn't fight for this flag, as is frequently said, this piece of cloth, often made by near slave labor in China or other authoritarian countries. People fought under this flag, sometimes for democracy and against tyranny, but more often representing it. Fighting for a dream masquerading as a myth of democracy for all. Now this brings me to the point I want to make. Just because the United States has developed into a corporate-dominated, sexist, racist, anti-immigrant, anti-children entity does not mean that democracy, the idea upon which it was partially founded, is a bad idea that we shouldn't be fighting for. Democracy is an idea that is still rising. There is not yet one nation that is fully operating with one person, one vote, not unduly influenced by corporate power, racism, or patriarchal dominance. But overall, the world has been moving towards democracy over the last 300 years. And the hope is that as it does, it opens the door wider for all citizens in all democratic nations to be respected, honored, and cared for, regardless of gender, race, sexual or ethnic identity, physical ability, or age. As this happens, there will continue to be roadblocks thrown up in an attempt to prevent us the realistic opportunity to take part in the decision-making of the society with our vote. It has been and will continue to be a long, difficult journey for humanity. But your children and their children's grandchildren will surely testify that the trip was worth it if each generation can keep us moving. So if you want to keep this mighty river flowing, we know what we have to do.
And what's that?
Organize, agitate, demonstrate, and vote.
Say it again.
Organize, agitate, demonstrate, and vote. One more time. Organize, agitate, demonstrate, and vote. That's the game, and we all can win it.